Hey everybody, day 21 virtual yoga from Central Park Yoga in Sterling. For today's practice, if you could have a couple blocks, if you don't have blocks, maybe use some fairly large books and also a strap. If you don't have a strap, you could use a tie, a large towel, and let's actually just start on our seat. So if you need to pause me for a moment to get what you need for practice, and then I will meet you on the mat. So we're just going to start out on the back. And just allowing ourselves to take time, as we always do, to settle in for the practice together today. Allowing the body to become comfortable against your mat. Maybe closing the eyes. Legs can be bent or extended. Tucking the chin in slightly and bringing any pressure off of our neck. And just working into the present moment. The only place that life truly exists, as we know. Just beginning to bring the focus inward completely. Notice your body. How's it feeling today? Notice the breath. Just beginning to lengthen the breathing. Working into that Ujjayi Pranayama, our yogic breath. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Filling up the lungs completely as we breathe in, engaging the full torso from our tummy up to our heart. As we release on the exhale, remembering to gently engage the core body, drawing our navel in and then up. Taking a few more moments here to just breathe. Allowing the breath to do its job. Engaging our parasympathetic nervous system and allowing the mind to become a little bit more calm and clear. Noticing as we are working in the breath, how the body begins to respond as well. So the muscles start to feel a little bit more heavy, a little bit more relaxed. Tension and stress simply draining. now, before we bring in our body into the practice, allowing your mind to settle in on an intention, a point of focus, maybe an affirmation, a prayer, a place, a scripture. Finding what works for you for today. As we find that intention, remembering what we do with it, we breathe it into the body, to the entire being. Place it right on the heart. And just let that intention fill you up completely in the mind, the body. Keeping the yogic breath flowing. Let's just start to weave the body in. Let's just take a moment, hugging the knees into the chest, working into Apanasana, and just rocking a little side to side, front to back. Maybe bringing the head up off the mat, bringing your forehead close to the knees. If we have the head up, let's exhale, releasing it down, extending that right leg out, and just rest it on your mat, drawing the left knee close into the body. Checking in on the shoulders, let them melt down, release the jaw. And breathe. And as you're ready, swapping the legs. Drawing the right knee in towards the chest, just extend the left leg out. Release through the shoulder space. As you're ready, drawing both knees back in towards the chest. Rocking a little bit. As you exhale, let's bring our feet flat to the mat. Go ahead and grab one of your blocks. Let's place it underneath the low back, right by the sacrum. And when you're ready, just lift the legs up towards the sky and flex the feet. Maybe our arms reach out to a T, feeling opening sense space through our heart. And just taking a few breaths here. On our exhale, let's go ahead and point our toes. Take a full inhale. And as you exhale, allow the right leg to come down. Your right heel is going to be on the mat. Next exhale, the left leg will release down as well. I'm just bringing in a little back bend here to begin warming the spine. Just let the body completely surrender. Feel the support from the block and find the breath. As you're ready, just go ahead and bend the legs, bringing the feet flat to the mat. And we'll take the block out, and let's just set that off to the side. And just work into a few windshield wiper movements of the legs. So distance your feet out, Finding an inhale. Exhaling, legs to the left side. Inhaling up to center. And exhaling, legs go right. Inhaling up to the center. And exhaling, legs go left. Inhale it up to center. And we'll exhale, legs go right. Inhaling up to center. Walk the legs together. And just roll onto the right side and then press yourself up. Let's come to seat. So comfortable cross-legged position, finding our sit bones and just rooting them in. Taking shoulders, open them up. Dropping the chin in just slightly. As you find an exhale, looking to left. Inhaling, find your center. Exhaling to right. Inhale and center. Exhaling to the left. Inhale and center. Exhaling to the right. And inhale, finding the center. Exhale, let's drop the chin down towards the chest, keeping the spine straight and tall. Shoulders releasing down from the ears. Finding an inhale, and lift the head. Exhale, and we'll lift our chin to the sky. Opening up through the throat chakra. Let's inhale when you're ready. Head to the center. Taking a full exhale. And let's bring our right arm across the body. Use your left arm to just hug the arm in and breathe. Setting breath into our shoulder space. When you feel ready, switching your arms. Exhale, let it release. Hands just down on the knees, shoulders opening, so draw them down and back. Opening up in our hearts. Take the inhale, reach to the sky. We'll exhale, bringing that right hand to the mat. Find your inhale, long spine. And we'll exhale over to our right. Shoulders come away from ears. Keeping our left sit bone heavily rooted here. Breathing into our left lung. Inhale and lift. Let's exhale, left arm down. Lengthening on your inhale. And exhale, over to our left side. Jaw at ease, remember breath. Breathing into the right lung here. Inhale, let's reach it up. Exhale, arms down. Let's switch out our legs. Whichever one's on the top will bring to the bottom or front to back. Allow the root of the sit bones, just like roots of a tree, grounding us into earth. Shoulders opening. Let's just turn towards our right. So bringing a gentle twist into the torso. Find your inhale. Exhale, just hinge forward gently. Nothing too deep here. Couple of breaths. Exhale, start to release, and as you inhale, lifting. We'll find our center, and then twisting gently towards the left. Find the inhale. Exhale and hinge over that left leg. Few breaths here. Exhaling, lift the head and rise with your inhale. We'll come to our center. Check your shoulders, open them up. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale and just gently hinge it forward. Just let your hands rest in front of you. Release through the shoulders, relax the head of the neck. Softening through your jaw. Continuing to breathe. As we exhale, lift the head. And then inhale, rising up. Let's uncross, working onto all fours. Lighting up the body here, wrists below shoulders and knees below our hips. Protract shoulders, so spread them apart. Crown of head forward. Cat and cow. Inhale, lifting tailbone, drop spine, and we'll lift the head. Exhale the cat. Tucking tailbone, round up your spine and tuck your chin. Back to the cow as you inhale. And we'll exhale back into cat. Just move with the breath. Working through a couple more sets. Finding an inhale, neutral spine. Let's exhale back into Savasana, child's pose, letting the knees go wide, arms reaching forward. Allowing the forehead to rest on the mat. Allowing ourselves a moment here to reconnect to the basics of the practice. Checking back in on the breathing. Notice the mind. Is it still rooted on the intention? back onto all fours. And when you're ready, just take the right leg back, tucking toes on the mat. And then just push back and forth through that right heel. Finding an exhale, release the right leg in, swap it out, left leg back. Tuck the toes, pushing back and forth. Exhale, we'll bring the left leg in. Go ahead and grab both of your blocks, and we'll set them in front of us on the mat. Actually, have them side by side. And we're going to stretch our shoulders out a little bit deeper. So sometimes this takes a little bit of setup to figure out what works best for the body, but we're going to bring our elbows onto the blocks. Our low half of the body is basically in a child's pose, very similar to a child's pose. Hands can just stay up in prayer. We'll find an inhale. And when we exhale, we're going to drop our heart down. Let the head and the neck relax. And just breathe into the shoulders. Soften through your jaw. And remember the Ujjayi Pranayama. Finding an exhale, just let your arms reach out. When you're ready, inhale, let's come up. We can set our blocks off to the side. Let's go ahead and tuck our toes in. Finding an exhale, engaging core, hips up and back, first downward facing dog. Spread out the fingers just like a starfish, rooting in on the inner part of the hand, the index finger and the thumb. Outward rotate those shoulders and allow the head and the neck to relax. Maybe just bending our knees one at a time. Lengthening out the spine, drawing hips up and back. Few breaths here. As you exhale, bend the knees. Let's bring them to the mat. Bring those knees together. We're going to sink back to Savasana, child's pose. This time, though, bringing arms back along the sides of the body, letting our forehead touch the mat, release through the shoulders. And breathing here into the low back. On the inhale, we're rising up. Come back onto all fours. So knees below hips. And let's work back through a couple more rounds of cat and cow. Inhale. Spine down, tailbone up, lift the head. Exhaling to cat. Taking the inhale, back to cow. Now in our next cat, we're going to exaggerate it. So let's come up onto the pads of our fingers and tuck the toes. Drawing up on the spine, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, and let's breathe here a couple of breaths. When you're ready, releasing up. Let's keep our toes tucked in, working through puppy. So reaching our arms forward. The arms are going to be straight. Just spread your fingers out, letting palms be flat. Now the biggest thing here is we want to keep our knees right below our hips, even when we sink into the posture. So finally inhale. Exhale, dropping down through the heart. Chin rests on the mat. Breathe into the shoulders, into the heart center. Each exhale, notice the body, what it's doing. It should be deepening the posture so our heart will come closer to the mat. Exhale, find release. Walk the hands back on the inhale. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Remembering our drishti here, our gaze. Back through the knees or towards the navel. Maybe bending those knees again, one at a time. Let's find an exhale, looking up, bending our knees, step it forward. Set your feet in Tadasana, hips distance apart, and root in through the four corners of the feet. Find an inhale, lengthen out your spine, shine your heart and look up. And we'll exhale into Uttanasana, forward fold. Put some bend in your knees, head and neck relax. Maybe reaching for opposite elbows here. Deep breaths. Remember core body engagement, drawing the navel to spine on that exhale, so drawing it in and up. Noticing breath and body. So when we inhale, we're going to feel length coming into the legs, on the back part of the legs here. And when we exhale, the spine, you'll start to feel it kind of unravel and release. On the next inhale, let's drop fingertips down, lengthen spine, shine the heart and look up. And exhaling back to full. Head and neck completely relaxed. Loosen up the shoulders. Couple more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen and shine your heart. Exhale and fold. As you inhale, rising up. Arms come length, reach to sky. And exhale, we'll bring our hands to pray. Check the root of the feet. All four corners should be rooted, so maybe just lift your toes. When you're ready, relax the toes down. Take the shoulders, open them up. Inhale, reach to sky. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Lead with your heart all the way down. Head and neck relax. Find the inhale and lengthen. Shine your heart and look up. And let's come to hands and knees. Lining up the body here. Find the inhale. And exhale to your cat. So drawing up on the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Inhale to a neutral spine. And we'll exhale, sink it back to child's pose. Savasana, knees wide, arms forward. Couple of deep breaths here. Coming back to the practice, the breath, the mind. Next inhale, rising up. Tucking the toes in, hips up and back, downward facing dog. like we're pushing the floor away from us. Sit bones like magnets to the sky. As you exhale, looking up, bend the knees and step forward. Rooting feet, hips distance apart. Find the inhale, lengthen and shine your heart. Exhale and fold. And as we inhale, rising up. Exhale and hands to prayer. Let's go ahead and grab our strap or your tie or your towel. And we're going to have it in our hands here. We want our arms to be straight. Okay, so bring some distance between your hands. Keep your feet about hips width apart. Relax your knees, so don't lock them up. Find an inhale, lift. And as you exhale, we're going to twist towards the right. So our right arm's going to pull forward, left arm's going to pull back. Deep breaths. Inhale, up to your center. Exhale, over to the other side, so towards the left. Our right arm should be pulling back, left arm pulling forward. We've got a slight twist here in the torso. Now inhale, up. Find an exhale, both arms pulling back. Breathe into that shoulder space, allowing tension to drain from the body. Inhale and lift. Exhale, release your arms down. You can just set the strap off to the side. Let's bring our feet into Samasthiti. So bringing our big toes together and about 2 or 3 inches between our heels. Just going to do a little bit of a balance posture here. So take your shoulders, peel them down and back. As you inhale, lift towards the sky. Exhale, we'll bring our hands on top of our head. Take the shoulders down. Now find a gazing point, something right within your line of sight. That's not moving. Keep your gaze there. Engage the core body. Find an inhale. And we'll exhale, just rising onto the toes. Remembering breath. Intention rooted in the mind. Exhale, releasing down. Maybe just move the legs a little bit, stretching out. Meeting at the top of our mat. Hips distance on our feet, Tadasana, shoulders open. Inhale, reaching. And exhale, all the way down to full. Head and neck relax. Finally, inhale, lengthen the spine, shine the heart and look up. Meeting on the hands and the knees. Take your inhale. Exhaling, cat. So drawing up on spine, tucking tailbone and chin. Neutral spine on inhale. Exhale, Balasana, child's pose. Couple of deep breaths. Shoulders rest, jaw at ease. Funny inhale, relax. Toes in, hips up and back, downward face. Lengthening spine, drawing up and back through our hips, strong through the shoulders. Exhale, Bend the knees and look up. Step towards hands. Hips distance on the feet. Root them in. Lengthen, inhale. Shine the heart. And exhaling, fold. Inhale, one vertebrae at a time, coming up. And exhale, hands into prayer. And step on the right leg back. Setting up warrior two, Virabhadrasana. So we want an invisible line from our left heel to the middle of our right foot. Rotating those right toes in slightly. Checking our hip alignment, arms up to a T. Rest your shoulders. Inhaling. And as you exhale, 90-degree bend into the left knee. Taking our torso back just a smidge so the spine is tall. And glancing over our left fingers. Deep breaths. Soften our toes. Revolving warrior, right arm down and left arm high. Breathe. As you exhale, drawing back, shoulders down, open the heart. Exhale, now release. Inhaling back to our warrior two. Let's work through extended side, bringing the left arm to the left thigh, palm to the sky. Now take that right arm around and then diagonal forward. Don't sink into the left side body. Keep that engaged and strong. Exhale, now release. Inhale, back to warrior two. As you exhale, go ahead and straighten the front leg. Let's work into Utthita Trikonasana, triangle. So find your inhale. Exhale, reach it forward as far as you can. Draw this right hip back. Left arm's going to come down on the outside of the left foot. And right arm high to sky. Breathe here. Maybe looking up at lifted fingers. On the exhale, look at your toes. Inhale and rest. On the exhale, 90-degree bend back to warrior two. We're going to spring in dynamics here with Virabhadrasana 2. So as we inhale, we're going to reach up, straighten the leg. Exhale into the posture. So back to warrior two. Now inhale, reach it up. And exhale. Back to the posture, and just work with your breath. Two more. Finally, inhale. And let's exhale, bringing our hands to the mat. Come onto the right foot, finding a low lunge, and we'll bring the right knee down, bringing left leg back. Tucking toes, and then exhale, hips up and back. Find your downward face. Quads are engaged here. Deep breaths. Exhale and look up, bend the knees, step forward. Root the feet, hips distance apart. Find the inhale, lengthen. And exhaling, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands into prayer. We'll work into the other side. So setting up warrior two, left leg back and right leg forward. Check your alignment of the feet. Arms to a T, shoulders down. Looking over the right fingers, breathing in. And exhale, bending into right knee. Torso back a smidge so spine is tall and straight. Couple of breaths. Heavily rooted through four corners of the feet. Toes soft. Revolving the warrior. Left arm down and right arm high. Breathe. Exhale, drawing back. Opening up through the heart. Shoulders down. Exhale, release. Inhaling to warrior two. Extended side. So right arm to right thigh, palm up. And left arm reaches around to then diagonal forward. Keeping that right side body engaged. Make sure that we keep our heart open, so we don't want to close it off like this. We want to keep that heart space opened up and bright. Exhale, allow release. Inhaling back up to warrior two. Find the exhale, straighten your leg, triangle time. So inhale, exhale. We're gonna reach forward as far as we can, drawing that left hip back. Right arm comes down, and left arm high to sky. Find a good gazing point for you. Maybe up towards fingers, maybe down towards your toes. As you exhale, look at the toes. Inhale, rising up. Exhaling into warrior two. Bringing that dynamic movement in. So inhale, we reach up, leg straightens. Exhale, and we lift. Inhale, up. Exhale. Move with your breath. Couple more. Fun inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Come onto the left toes so that you're in lunge. Then bring left knee down. Right leg back. Hips up and back. Downward face. Couple of breaths. Sit bones up and back, long through the spine, strong through shoulders. As you exhale, bend the knees. Let's come down to the seat. Bringing our legs forward. Let's work through Janu Sirsasana. So we'll start with our right leg in, left leg forward. Heavily root through the sit bones and flex this left foot. Take your shoulders down and back. As you inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinge from the hips. And folding forward. Lean through the heart. Relaxing the head of the neck. And breathe. As you exhale, lift the head. Inhale, rise your body. And switch out your legs. Rooting in heavily through sit bones. Flex that right foot, shoulders open. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, hinge from hips. Lead with heart. Feel the stretch here on the back side of the knee. Shoulders release down. As you exhale, move the head. Rise body up, inhale. Extend both legs forward. Let's do a twist here. We're going to bring our right foot over the left leg. Keep that left leg extended, flex that left foot. Let's take our left arm around, hugging that right knee in. Begin to twist to the right. Maybe take that right arm up, inhale. And as you exhale, bring that right arm behind you like a second spine. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale and maybe twist a little deeper. Finding the breath. Exhale, find release. And we'll inhale to center. Uncross, switching sides. So left foot over right leg. Heavily root through the sit bones. Flex your right foot. Bring that right arm around. Let it hug the left knee in towards the body. Begin to twist your torso to the left. Left arm up, inhale. And exhale. Left arm behind you, just like a second spine. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And as you exhale, twisting a little deeper. Find the breath. Exhale, now release. Inhale to center. We'll uncross and then let's come into Baddha Konasana. So bringing the bases of our feet together. If your knees are up like this, please scoot your feet further away from your body. And bring your hands underneath your feet. Spread your toes open. Take the shoulders down and back. Find an inhale. And exhale, maybe hinge forward. Lean through the heart. Use your elbows to press down on the legs. Let the head and the neck relax. And breathe here. On the exhale, lift the head. Rise the body on the inhale. Bring those legs in and then just come onto the back. Once you're on your back side, just draw your knees, bring them in. Couple of breaths. Working from here into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana. So grab for the big toes or the outsides of our feet. Spread the feet apart, heels to sky, knees are bent. Draw the low back, shoulders and knees towards your mat. And breathe into the low back. Exhale, allow release. Let the legs come towards each other. Let's bring our feet flat to the mat. Go ahead and grab your block. We're just going to do a supported bridge. So bringing the block underneath the low back. The arms can rest right by the sides of the body, palms down. Feet are about hips distance apart as well as knees. And breathe. As you're ready, allow the block to come out from the low back. You can just set it to the side. And we'll work now into a full bridge. Arms right by sides of body, palms down. Tuck the chin in slightly. Root your feet, all four corners, engaging quads and glutes. So inhale, we'll rise. Hips up. Roll out the tops of shoulders. Chest towards chin. Breathing deep. Finding an inhale, reach the arms above the head. Exhale, slowly releasing out the bridge. And once your hips find the mat, hug the knees in. Rock a little bit if needed. When you're ready, let's just lift the legs to the sky, flex the feet. Your hands could come underneath your low back or your block. A few breaths. Whenever you're ready, allowing your legs to release down. And we'll work into Savasana. Final rest. So let the body completely surrender. Tuck the chin in just a little bit. Heavy through the shoulders. Soften the forehead. And space around your eyes. Allowing the tongue to float in the mouth. And just let yourself just be. As any thoughts begin to arise, feel what you need to feel. And then let them leave. And we'll be working through a little bit of sound healing for you to help keep the mind here. Working through the first three chakras of the body, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus. So just keep the ears open. allowing the mind and the body to slowly begin to reawaken. Just wiggling out your fingers and your toes. Maybe moving your head a little bit side to side. Just bend the knees, roll onto the right side of the body, working into the fetal position. Taking a few breaths there. We'll meet up on the seat. Grounding through the sit bones, tall through our spine. Maybe the palms to the sky. Remembering that everything belongs. Our feelings right now, what we do each day, what we don't do each day, everything belongs. So don't beat yourself up about it for maybe things that you had on your agenda to do, but they didn't come to pass. Be patient with yourself, gentle. Bring your hands to prayer. Press your thumbs gently into the sternum. Honoring the light within. That light that is shared amongst us all. Remembering and honoring that space always. Never forgetting what it does for us. Uniting, connecting, making us one. Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you next time.